Programming the geared up robot is not too different from programming the driving base. So with all programs, we always start with when motor starts, and we're going to come in and add our movement motors and movement speed. Now I'm going to go to the lights and put in the happy face just so I know the program's running. And then finally with this robot, one of the habits I think you should start getting into is you always want to give the robot a test. So I'm going to come back to movement, and I'm just going to have the robot move forward for 1 rotation. So when you test this robot and have them move forward for 1 rotation, what you're going to see is it probably takes off backwards. And obviously, I don't want the robot going backwards. So how do we fix this? And it turns out the fix is really easy. If the robot is running backwards because of the way the motor and the hubs or the gears are set up, all you have to do is come to where you set your movement motors. And right now it says A is on the left, B is on the right. If I click on this and then just click on either A or B, it now switches them and says B is on the left and A is on the right. And now when you test your robot, it's going to run forward. So now I no longer need this. And now we can talk about actually getting the robot to move using a new stack. So I'm going to come down to events, and we're going to use a brand new stack header. And that is this one with the distance sensor on it. So when you bring in the distance sensor, it says when C is closer than 8%. Now, I really don't understand how it figures out percent. It's probably the max distance the sensor can see, but I'm much more comfortable clicking in here and choosing either centimeters or inches. I'm going to go with 8 centimeters, remembering that 2.5 centimeters is an inch. So this is right around 3 inches. So when something gets closer than 3 inches to the distance sensor, it will launch. All we have to do is start putting in our movement command. So I'm going to come back to movement, and I can tell the robot to move forward as many rotations as I want. I'll set it for like 4. And then we can bring in a turn. And you can start stacking commands under this. So now when you start your program, all you have to do is wave your hand in front of the robot, and the robot will take off and start moving.